love onions.
Oh, no, I put some salt on it, maybe a little ketchup. I'm good to go.
I had a Weight Watchers approved 2-ingredient dough homemade pizza. It was fantastic. It did have pepperoni, bacon, red and orange peppers on it, and it was fantastic.
I'm quite certain mine was not approved by the Weight Watchers.
It's very good. You should, you should give it a try. It's very easy to make, and it's delicious.
Oh, should I? What are you saying there, Danger? Do I need to lose some pounds?
I'm just saying. Maybe you would have had the stamina to get through the second day of the tournament if you were eating Weight Watchers pizza instead.
All right, maybe you're not wrong.
Well, I will tell you guys, while you were body shaming Adam, I went to pour the rest of my beer into my glass. I completely missed, and I poured it directly on my phone. This is a bigger fail than the other night where I poured it directly into my lap, and I don't know what's going on. I've never had it before, but I'm not even that drunk. So it's cool. It's cool.
Congrats to you, my friend. There's first for everything.
Honestly, Adam, I only say these things because I'm jealous that you got to eat a real pizza. Let's get to the point here.
That's fine.
I shame you to make me feel better about me and my shameful not eating real pizza.
Well, and here's I'll make you feel better, Adam. You said you shot your first 6 holes like a round for the two of us or something like that. I don't remember what you said, but I will tell you after 6 holes I'm exhausted because I've swung the club probably 95 times. It's difficult. I mean, not all of those are counted as shots because they're practice swings, but a good 80, 85 of them, I can't.
Yeah, at least 5 or 6 of those swings for me would have just completely missed the ball, and I would have pretended they were a practice swing.
Yeah, like a full swing practice. You look back like I knew that was going to happen, and then you go to hit it, and it rolls like 2 feet in front of you, and you're like, that doesn't count.
That's right.
And you do that more times, and this is from the women's tees, mind you.
Yeah, this is all a very accurate description of the last time I golfed.
Yeah, that's
nothing I did was that bad. It just felt that bad because of relative to yesterday how poorly I played the first 6 holes. But I appreciate it making me feel better.
Well, maybe when I come out there, we'll golf. We'll try and get a couple other people. We'll assign DraftKings salaries for everybody, and then we'll try and pick it from there. And we'll see how we golf, and you'll feel really good about yourself towards after my first swing, unless it's a good one.
Well, what's the highest handicap that can be assigned?
36.
Yeah, there we go. So it'll be 36, 36, and Mark will drive the cart. And I don't think Mark golfs. Maybe he does. I shouldn't talk out of line. He's probably listening, and I probably just insulted him. He just doesn't seem like a golfer.
I've probably played 30 to 50 rounds of golf, I would say, somewhere in that range. And not in many years, but probably about 30 to 50 rounds of golf. And I don't think I've ever hit a birdie. Maybe it's less than that. Because I used to play a lot of Twilight, so I'd only get like 9 to 10 holes in. So, never hit a birdie. I mean, putt-putt golf, I'm good.
Oh, yeah. Putt-putt's great. Yeah, we should play a round of real golf, then go hit a putt-putt golf. I mean, we could make a day of it. You just got to get your ass up here to Michigan, Chris. So,
or you guys can come down to Florida. I mean,
no, that's not going to happen. It's not going to coordinate 3 of us coming down when only 1 could come up here. It's just mathematical.
What are you talking about? Mark's going to come down here to visit his parents, so it's 2 versus 2. Makes sense.
Still think the math is in the favor of Michigan, even though Mark doesn't live here. It's still in our favor, Danger.
Yeah, but his wife still lives here, so.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on the month, though. Like, as we get into those football months, November and December, where you can't really play golf in Michigan, I can.
Yeah, this is true. Well, that's why we need to get here sooner than that. You need to work on that.
Well, the idea is maybe September or October, so, it'll be a little chilly, but it's okay.
September is a great time to golf.
We can drink some warm cider from one of the cider mills.
This is true.
Out of a plastic bag, like a bladder.
Yes.
And Yeah, dude, I think that would be great.
I think that would be fantastic. All right. We ready to talk a little golf, my friend?
Always ready.
All right. Well, let's talk about it. We don't have Mark here, so I don't know. Adam, are you capable of doing a course rundown?
Oh, yeah, more than capable.
All right, fair enough. I figured you were, but I just want to throw it out there.
Look, if Adam can talk about, Jim Herman and his 2 for 16 missed cuts and Colt Nost, I think he can talk about a course, okay?
I think he probably can.
That's Colt Nost, my friends. He's a Texas Longhorn.
Whatever.
He's not very good, but he's still on tour.
Dude, I just went to the bottom of the list,
I absolutely love it.
I think any course breakdown this week has to start with a quick recap, or at least the congratulations to Gary Woodland for last week, because that was a hell of a performance. He's one of the good guys on tour, does a lot for charity. Not sure if you guys caught any of his post-round stuff with Amy, who we made friends with at the Waste Management in Phoenix.
Did you see the shots that she made? She's
incredible.
She drove it, and then she nailed the putt. That's better than I've ever done. She just 1, 2, 3, positive attitude. I loved it.
Not only that, but in front of a crowd too. She just went up there like nothing was going on and just drained it. That was one of my favorite moments of the entire year on tour so far. And they've kept in touch, which is super cool. He actually had a little post-game interview with her saying that she was a big reason why he won. He thought of her positive energy the entire final round. So, kudos to Gary, kudos to that entire situation, because anytime you see one of the good guys win a major like this, you gotta feel good about it, no matter whether it was a guy that you roster or not. Just guys like that, you got to root for. You have to.
I think he needed that positive energy because he was with the ultimate sleazeball Kuchar at one point, right? He was teed up with him. Even Amy came out. Kuchar tried to give her a high five. I think he tried to charge her afterwards.
I wouldn't be surprised. That guy's just the lowest of the low. But yeah, kudos to Gary. Very happy to see him win. Bit of a letdown spot always after a major, but ready to roll. We head to Cromwell, Connecticut for the Travelers Championship, TPC River Highlands, which I used to play all the time on PGA Tour Golf 2 back in the late 90s on Sega Genesis. I played it all the way into the early 2000s, so I feel like I have some pretty good course knowledge here at this track. Had some pretty good rounds back in the day on the Sega, for what that's worth. But it is a par 70 that measures just shy of 6,900 yards. We have a lot of 400 to 450 yard par 4s, which are kind of medium range as the PGA Tour standards go. So you've seen a very big mix of winners here over the years, anywhere from the Bubba Watsons of the world to the Kevin Streelmans and Russell Knoxes. So there's not one specific type of player that fits this course well, which makes it pretty interesting. You don't really have to drive off the tee every hole. The longer hitters are going to hit a lot of 3-woods, a lot of driving irons. But the key to the course is, as most courses are, it's always iron play. So strokes gained approach, I'll be looking at heavily. Scoring on 400 to 450 yard par 4s, I'll be looking at heavily. A little bit of par 5 scoring, because the 2 par 5s in the course, you have to play well. But I don't know. Overall, I think it's going to be a pretty low scoring week. This course has been middle of the pack as far as scoring average over the last 5 years. But I think this week, with the weather being a little bit benign as far as the winds go, I think you're going to see the winner around 20 under par. So I'm looking at some guys who can make a lot of birdies, who fit the course well, and who can take advantage from that kind of mid-iron range that those 400 to 450 yard par 4s will dictate. So that's kind of where we're at. You've also seen Jordan Spieth win here a couple of years ago with his epic hole out from the bunker. To beat what's his name, Danny Berger in the playoff. That was quite the moment. So I don't know. It's going to be a mix of different styles of players that we go with this week. But because of the low scoring, I'm also going with birdie or better percentage. And I think that's about it. So
Hey, I missed how many yards is the course again, approximately?
It's like 6850. It's a par 70. So kind of a shorter style of course. You can have a lot of guys like your Knoxes, your Streelmans. Jim Furyk shot 58 here a couple of years ago. So you got some guys that can thrive at this course that don't normally on longer tracks. So
what I'm seeing here is we have all these. Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
I mean, so if you rounded that up, you said it would be about like 60, 69?
Yeah, 6,900. Yeah, exactly, 69.
All right. I got you.
Just checking. So all that being said, and we have Bubba Watson as a 3-time champ here.
Yeah, I mean,
basically that doesn't set up for his game at all, but he's got a thing for this course. What up with that?
Certain courses fit Bubba's eye. The guy likes to shape the ball both ways pretty heavily. But I've learned not to go against Bubba on courses that he always plays well. A la here, Augusta. What's the other one he always plays? Oh, Riviera. He always plays well at. So it's a Bubba track.
I wish we had Mark here because he could give us some ownership percentage. But Bubba Watson's 8,900 this week, and he's a 3-time champ.
Yeah, I mean, coming in with kind of, I don't know, less than stellar form, I guess you'd say. But it's going to be hard to go away from him, given that he's played so well over the years, and he always plays well at courses he plays well. So I can't get away from him at that price point. But
I absolutely love it. Well, let's do what we do. Let's start from the top and work our way down, shall we?
We shall.
All right.
So we going 10K and above. Only got 5 guys out there this week.
Well, let's talk there. I know that you just talked about Jordan Spieth. Is he your favorite guy at the top of the field?
No. Have you listened at all in the last
That was a loaded question.
No, he hasn't. He always leaves us at 8:00. He's got other things that go on.
That's right.
Have you not paid attention?
No, I join you at 8:00.
Right. You join at 8:07. He leaves at 8:09. He comes back at 8:47.
That's a fair point. Danger hasn't hurt as much, yeah.
No, I know your hatred of Jordan Spieth this year. Don't get me wrong. I was just poking the bear.
I know. The thing is, I don't hate Jordan Spieth. Like, I want him to do well. I love the guy. I love the way he plays. He's a great kid. He's an absolute gamer on the course. When he's playing well and he's in the mix, like, I think he's one of the toughest guys to beat. But his form just hasn't been there. I don't. At his price point, it's very, very hard to pull the trigger on him. You've got a lot of guys beneath him that either play this course better or are just better players or are better price points. I can't get on Spieth at the third highest price guy, just below Cantlay, who's $600 more, but he's finished top 10, like 8 of his 13 events this year. Then you got a few guys underneath him that either have played great here in the past, or I can't do it. I can't get on Spieth this week.
I mean, and what you have to weed through really is that there's always, every week, there's one guy that Adam absolutely hates that just does phenomenal. I mean, we talk a lot of guys, so you do yourself no favors that you go over 40 different golfers. You're going to be wrong on some of them, just as a rule when you go over that many. But is it going to be Justin Spieth this week? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Are you going to spend that equity? Jordan, whatever his name is, who cares? They don't put the full name there because it doesn't matter. It's the equity. Like, there are other guys like Fernando Molinari or Brandon Koepka, or Prince Cantlay. All these guys, I just like them a lot better.
I see what you're doing there. It does make me laugh a little bit.
I mean, John Thomas is a great guy too. He's just right under the 10K. He was also very famous in my subdivision. He used to drive his car from the passenger seat. He had a little white Ranger. Okay, it was an S10. I don't know. It was a small white pickup truck. He was like 6'5" with red hair. It was crazy. Anyway,
what do you think about Jumanji Day this week?
Who?
Jumanji Day.
Oh yeah.